We'll begin this practice seated. And just sit up nice and tall, soften through your shoulders. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose and then exhale. Release out through your mouth. Let's just arrive here. Bring some awareness to your breath. Finding a nice steady rhythm. Let's drop your right ear over toward your right shoulder and then heavy through your left shoulder. And then drop your chin down toward your chest. And then bringing your left ear up to your left shoulder, heavy through your right. Good, chin down to chest. And bringing your shoulder up. And chin down to chest. And bring your ear up toward your right shoulder, chin down to chest, and bringing your ear up to the left shoulder, and then back and forth between these two. And then the next time that your left ear lands at your left shoulder, bring your head up to center. Let's take our hands onto our shoulders and we'll do some nice big circles with the elbows. So first in one direction, it's like you're drawing giant circles with your elbows. And then let's switch in the other direction. Perfect. Releasing, inhale, reach your arms up. Taking your right hand down to this side and we'll bring our left arm overhead. You can just gently push into your right hand, open up through left side body, maybe a little gentle rotation of your heart and your gaze toward the sky. Good. Bend your left elbow, take your hand to the back of your head, and then we're going to reach back with the elbow. Deep breath in, and as you exhale, bring your elbow down to your knee. Let's inhale back. And exhale, crunch in. Good, inhale. And exhale. Good. Let's take left hand now onto your right knee, step your right hand back, grow tall. We'll twist toward the right. Good, and then reaching your right arm up toward the sky, and then let's lean over to the left. Good, and then bring your right hand down to your left knee. Let's curl in. And then lifting up, you can take an eagle wrap with the arms, back of the hands together, or bring your hands onto the opposite shoulder. We're going to lift the elbows, press your hands away from your face. And then from here, as you inhale, let's lift through the chest. Lift your elbows, lift your gaze. And then exhale, belly into spine, curl yourself in. Inhale and lift. And exhale. And then one more time, inhale and lift. Exhale. Good, unwinding here. And then we'll take left hand down to the ground, lean over toward the left. And then pushing into your left hand, open up through right side body, little rotation of your heart, your gaze toward the sky. And then you can bend your elbow, take your hand to the back of your head. Inhale, reach back with the elbow. Exhale, bring your elbow down to your knee. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. Take your hand onto your knee. Step back with your left hand. Grow tall twist. And then reaching your left hand up toward the sky, and we're going to lean over toward the right. Good. Take that hand, bring it onto your knee, curl in. And then let's lift up. So you can take an eagle wrap, back of the hands together, grab the opposite shoulder. We'll lift the elbows, press the hands away from your face. Broaden a bit through your chest. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your elbows. Exhale, curl everything in. Inhale. And an exhale. And one more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Excellent. Let's unwind this and then take your hands onto the ground behind you. Bring your feet out wide to the edges of your mat. We're going to windshield wipe the knees from side to side. Fantastic. Okay, we're going to come to seated now, but I would highly recommend sitting on something. So you can sit on a bolster or a block or even a chair. We're going to be here for a little while, so it's important that you're comfy. And then find a cross-legged position to sit in. So as you arrive here, we're going to need a few props. So a strap, housecoat tie works wonderfully, and a couple of blocks. Weights work fine for this too if you have hand weights. So you're going to start by taking the strap into your hands. We're going to take the strap nice and wide. So what we want to be able to do is move through an entire range of motion here, coming over the top to the front and to the back, without having to kind of go around the shoulders. So you want to be able to move through nice and smooth. So if you find that you're doing this and it feels too easy, you can shorten. But if you're finding it's too tight, too challenging, it feels very uncomfortable, then widen your grip. And then we'll add the breath here. So as you inhale, bringing your hands up, and then exhale, bringing them down. Inhale up and exhale down. So we'll do this a few more times on your own. You can close your eyes if you'd like, really focusing on that movement and the quality of movement, particularly through the shoulders when you're moving through that intensity in the shoulders, and focusing on your breath. Good. The next time that your arms come up, we're going to reach up with the right arm, swing the left arm around behind you. And then here you want to keep your wrist nice and strong, and you want to press up and forward with the right arm, and then pull down and back with the left. So it's like a little tug of war that's going on. Now you may find that you start to drift toward the left. You want to pull back through the right, just to keep your torso facing forward. Nice deep breath here. Let's switch sides. So again, reaching up and forward with your left hand, and then down and back with your right, nice and strong through the wrists, and then watch that drift toward the right. Good, let's bring the arms up, and then we'll release. Give your arms a little bit of a shake, and then we're gonna just grab a block, and you can bring your block into your hand. So if you're using hand weight, that works too, and you're just going to place the block flat on your hand, or just hold the weight in your hand. Elbow is back in line with your body, and we're just going to take the arm out and in. You want to feel this action coming right from the shoulder. 3, 4, and 5. Good. Now you're going to take your arm out and then push up. As you push up, rotate. So you're going to rotate so your tricep is forward. Now your hand is pointing back. And then we'll come back down and bring the arm in. So we'll do a couple like this. And down. Up. Let's do one more. And down. Good, let's try the other side. So out and in for 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. And now we're going to go out, rotate, and lift, down, and in for 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. And one more. Good. Excellent. So let's have one block in each hand. We'll do both at the same time. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come back to center. We're going to rotate out and up, and let's lean over. And then out, up, and we're going to lean over. Good. Lean. And lean. Good. Good. I think one more per side. Let's do one more. Feels like the right amount. Good. Coming back to center. Let's set the blocks aside. Give your arms a little shake. We're going to set this strap aside. And now we're going to come into our first yin posture. We're going to start with butterflies. The soles of the feet are together in a wide diamond. You can use a prop here. You can use a prop here. Or if you want, you can grab your block and set yourself up with a little ramp. From here, let's rock a little bit from side to side. And as you rock, we're just slowly, slowly bringing ourselves forward until we land. And then you can stay. So we'll hold here for a little while. You can change your props at any point in time. I'll let you know when it's time to come out. Good, nice and slow, bringing yourself up out of this pose. We're going to set this prop aside and then coming onto our bellies. Coming into Sphinx pose next. So there's a few ways that you can practice this pose. One, you can have your elbows right underneath your shoulders and just hang out here. Alternatively, bring that bolster back. Pop it underneath your chest to support your chest. And then we'll hold here. I much prefer this with the bolster. It feels like I can really sink into the pose and I feel very supported. So let's stay here. Now if you'd like, you can take time here to do a few more neck circles if that feels right for you. Or just hang out. right, so let's take this bolster out from underneath us, and we're going to move into a pose that is sometimes called broken wings, sometimes called cactus. We're going to shift all the way to the right side of the mat, and then you can bring your arm into a cactus. Now, this position really only works if you have pretty open shoulders. If your shoulders are tight, then let's take the arms straight. And then from here, you're going to push into, so your left arm is out straight, you're going to push into your right arm, and we're just going to roll over onto the left side of the body. Now here you have a few options. You can have your knees bent and stacked, or you can have your bottom leg straight and your right foot, bend your knee, take your foot down onto the ground. Then you can just bring your head onto the ground, support with your hand, and we'll stay here. Now, if at any point in time your hand starts to go numb, or you feel tingling or too much discomfort, you want to come out of the pose, reposition, and then go back in. And if you find that it just doesn't stop, then you want to do this against a wall instead of on the floor with all the weight on your shoulder. Let's roll ourselves back to center. Fantastic. And then we'll take this in the other direction. So you want to come over to the left side of your mat. Bring your right arm into a cactus or straight. Push into the ground. Again, you have all the options here. You can stack your knees or take that top leg behind you. And we'll just stay here. Again, coming back to center. And from here, pushing into your hands, we'll come up onto all fours. Here you can move in whatever way feels good in your body. Good. And then we're going to end this practice with a supported fish. So you can use a couple of blocks for this, or a block and a bolster. So essentially one block is going to go underneath your heart space, the other one is going to go underneath your head. Alternatively, this block can be switched out with a bolster. So as you lie down, just in the center of your back, right around where your shoulder blades are, underneath your heart center, that's where you're going to put one block. And then the other block, you want to make sure your head feels supported. And this block, sometimes it will not be fully flat on the ground, so you want to play around with it until you get it fully flat. And then your arms can go out into a T. And just let the block hold you. You can straighten your legs here, but if you find that that's hard on your low back, you can have your knees bent. So feet on the ground and wide, and then knees knock in toward one another. And then we'll just stay. Now you can stay with this pose for a while longer if you'd like. If you're ready to close your practice, just removing the support from underneath your chest and underneath your head. Let's lie flat on the ground for a moment and just notice the absence of the blocks. Let your body become heavy. You can deepen your breath. Let's stretch. Bend your knees, bring your feet onto the ground. We'll roll to the side and come all the way up to sitting. As you arrive seated, finding a tall seat, you can have your eyes closed or soft gaze. We'll just take a moment here to reflect, to notice maybe some extra space in through your heart, in through your shoulders. Maybe a little bit more room to breathe. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes to carry on with your day. Thank you so much. Have an amazing day.